for a long ball, missing it completely, allowing Juma to head home into the empty net. Certainly quietened the crowd in Franceville for a while, that one. Gabon eventually did seem to find their feet, so to speak, in the second half there. Gabon have been slow starters in quite a few of their recent matches, actually. I'll be hoping to do a little bit better than that as they continue through this qualification process. It's neither Gabon, Kenya or Seychelles, of course, have ever qualified for the World Cup. The only team in Group F that have are Côte d'Ivoire, making it to the big show in 2006, 2010, 2014, but they've missed out on the last two editions. And honestly, you look at the group that they've drawn here, despite only being the 9th best ranked team in Africa at the moment, a lot of that due to the lack of competitive fixtures, as they were already qualified for AFCON, of course, as tournament hosts. It's a bit of a suspicion, really, that this Côte d'Ivoire side at the moment, not of the same vintage as years gone by, that they do have a number of young, promising players coming through. Karim Konate as well, the 19-year-old striker, tearing up trees at Red Bull Salzburg. Scored 2 and had 2 assists as well against the Seychelles. As Kenya now come forwards again. Oh, nice turn there from Amondi, but eventually bundled off the ball. No foul, says the referee. Both players get back to their feet as the out ball. Looking for Harambee. Just goes out of play. Just careless with the passing sometimes, Seychelles, as we go into the 15th minute of this one here in Abidjan. And Kenya, 2 goals to the good after just 5 minutes. Captain Michael Agada, the fine finish for the first, and picking up the rebound from his own shot for the second, slamming it into the net. Carlos Simeon, the Seychelles keeper, couldn't really do much about them. Could maybe have palmed away the shot for the second goal a bit more to the side, maybe, but you're making a reflex stop like that, you can't always pick and choose where you're going to put the rebound. Some space opening up on the right-hand side now. Agada, the captain, he's got an underlap there as well. Ball goes across, goal, and it's just a fraction behind Juma Massoud. So very close to 3-0 to Kenya. After all the probing down through the middle, as soon as they gave it some width, then things opened up for Kenya. Massoud just arguing maybe a little bit flat-footed there, in fact, as another ball comes in, this time from the left, headed away on the bounce. Nice little bit of passing here from Seychelles, showing they can play as well. Can't help thinking it's a little bit dangerous, especially when your goalkeeper miscontrols it like that. Kenya winning the ball high up the pitch. Amondi has the pop from distance, and it's parried there by Simeon. Goes behind for a corner. He's not happy with his defence either. Well, that was a good 30 metres out, wasn't it? An awkward height as well for the goalkeeper. Slightly unorthodox the way he palmed that one behind, but rather forearmed it behind. It will be a corner. Eric Amondi to take this. Corner. Flipped into the near post. Good, strong header away. And then the Cross-field ball is intercepted, and now on the run. Ryan Henriette, beaten to it by the goalkeeper though. He's come a long way out of his goal to claim that one. Good work from Mutahi. Oh, and given away at the back there, and a slightly harum-scarum moment for the Harambee Stars. And that's the sort of thing the Seychelles are probably going to need to look for. They're going to try and get on the score sheet here. So with the skill, the score's still just at 2-0. That was nearly a very athletic takedown over on that far side. But while it's only 2-0, get one back and you just never know. Stranger things have happened. Well, half tackle, half clearance, nearly turned into a fantastic ball down that right-hand side. Then it's been given away, though, by the Kenyans. Henriette dropping deep for the moment. Oh, and a trip on the ball there, an ironic cheer from some of the fans in the stands, and eventually Simeon clears long. Just over the head of Henriette, in fact, picked up by the Kenyan defenders on halfway. This is one of the problems that the Seychelles squad have, as the ball's teased in behind the defence there and has to be put behind by Helton Monet, one of the players brought into the side today. Fresh pair of legs. Can't help but wonder what this Seychelles team could do if they actually had all the players they wanted to pick for these World Cup qualifiers. Maybe that's something that they can work on for future match days. They've got another 7 months or so before the next 2 games in this qualifying Group F. Hopefully at that time they can sort something out with the domestic league structure back home to ensure they do get the best players possible. Some sort of decent preparation as well, trying to press a little bit higher up the pitch now. Seychelles, Kenya almost doing a bit of a rope-a-dope here. But now you've got, what, 4, 5, 6, 7 Seychelles players all in the Kenyan half, and now maybe if they can come forward, so they have a bit more space to work with. There's certainly space over on this near side. Cross comes in, but there's a late challenge from the Seychelles defender. That was Helton Monet going in hard on Eric Otieno. Completely cleaned him out. 100% commitment from the Seychelles players. And our Ghanaian referee calls over the magic sponge carriers. We can see at least some of the Kenyan fans have managed to make the long journey. So Otieno should be okay to carry on. Carlos Simeon trying to get the attention of the referee. least it sounded like it. He's just trying to manoeuvre his two-man wall across into the correct spot. Doesn't want to give Omondi a chance to try and sneak one in at the near post when Simon is almost certainly going to be, could well be coming flying out to try and meet this one with his fist. As it gets teased into what's somewhere between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. 6 players in the box to aim at. Omondi goes for the near post though. It's hacked away, and now maybe a chance here on the counter-attack if Henriette can get on the end of that ball, but I don't think he's quite Usain Bolt. And that attack is over almost as soon as it started. All space now down the right flank, and 2 players to aim at, including the captain. Half cleared, and then Simeon comes out with a big strong punch. And Agada decided he wasn't going to move out of the way of the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper drawing the foul here. He may have done himself a bit of a mischief as he landed. Agada certainly knew Simeon was coming. To be fair, actually, Agada saw he was coming, almost sort of tried to shrink himself there. Just look at his body shape here, just, oh, no, not me. And just wonder what Simon has done to himself when landing. He had a few injury timeouts in the first half, actually, in their previous game against Côte d'Ivoire. There is Ralph Jean-Louis, the Seychelles coach, interim coach, I should say. He's had 2 previous spells in charge of the side, managed to build some of their more successful teams, in fact, over the years. 2011, he was the first coach to take the Seychelles to all the way to winning the Indian Ocean Games. The football in the Indian Ocean Games, I should say. He's also an international midfielder himself for a good 10 years. Although that was before the Seychelles were accepted into FIFA, so they didn't play top-level matches like this in World Cup qualifiers. Now it looks like Richard Odada is just having a bit of a flex after going to ground. I think he'll be delighted with the start his side have made. Maybe not quite so happy with the last 20 minutes or so. They seem to have just taken their foot off the gas a little bit in that time. As Dennis Njire sees that ball out for a goal kick. Seychelles at the moment pressing high up the pitch here. They've decided to flick the switch and try and get some pressure on their opponents, but a little bit too much pressure, says the referee, and the free kick is given away. So this is a fairly young Kenyan lineup. We're in behind here. This could be a hat-trick for the captain, but that's actually a very good save from Simeon. Ball over the top, not dealt with by the Seychelles. Agada may feel he should have done a little bit better with the finish. That would have been something, a hat-trick in the opening half hour for the captain. Now they can build up again from the back. Seychelles now daring their opponents to go over the halfway line. Then they press out. Seems a little bit haphazard, the press coming from the Seychelles. Monet tried to intercept, let the ball go underneath him, but they do eventually get the ball hit. Pirates. And the ball given away. Warner. Tons of space here for Agada over on the right-hand side. The defender tries to come back at him, and he just lifted it over the bar. Nice turn onto his left foot. Created the space for the shot. Yeah, Gervais, Hive, playing everyone onside. Used his strength there, did Agada. A little bit too much, though, into the shot. So 28 minutes in, we're going to have a drinks break here. So it is hot. And the temperature's still, even at this time of the evening, up in the high 20s, nearly 30 degrees. Humidity as well, over 80%, so that's not going to be easy for the players. I think especially for the Seychelles players, who are certainly the home-based contingent, wouldn't be used to those sort of conditions. I mean, used to heat, not really to humidity. Engin Virat just exhausting a few extra efforts from his side. Certainly, I don't think that they'd be happy with a 2-0 here, Kenya. Seychelles would, though. Especially with the difficulties they've had in putting a squad together, and indeed a team together for these games. Can't help but feel a little bit sorry for them. It's hard enough as a so-called minnow. Less experience at this level is hard enough to compete even with your best players, but when you can't even get your best players from the clubs, then it really does become even more difficult. The bouncing ball. I'm about to say the bouncing ball missed by Shuma Masud, but the referee says there was a foul in there. Hive getting a light talking to. It's waiting for the delivery from Amondi. Eventually the ball comes into the far post and the flag goes up as the header lands on the roof of the net. Just moving a little bit early there was Njiri. Just looking at the matchups there as the ball came in, certainly feels like Kenya have the taller side to give them just that, yet another advantage in this head-to-head. Well, that's well won. Really, Sofa getting stuck in there, winning the ball, winning the free kick as well. And the Seychelles immediately try to come forward, but they have to come back to take the free kick from the correct place. Oh, it doesn't quite come off for Monet. The right back making a run up the right. That ball pinged over the top this time, though, hooked successfully clear as Monet tries to take the ball. The referee nearly blowing his whistle for a free kick, plays advantage, then does actually go to the whistle as the pass went to a Kenyan player. High foot. Coming in here as Monet went within with his head. Mondi, the perpetrator on this occasion. And yet again, I've got to say, the pitch here looks absolutely fabulous. Top-notch facilities being put together for this upcoming Africa Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire. As the free kick comes into the box, the keeper comes a long way off his line and collects that comfortably. Very nice from Patrick Matassi. And now a bit more space for Kenya to play into. Magada sprinting down the right-hand side, beats the defender to the ball. Was that slightly heavy touch? He just about keeps the ball in, can't keep himself in play. Teammate comes in and rather miscues it out for a goal kick.
Hey, there's 6'5". Lucas. Hey, back foot.
Seychelles trying to keep some control when they do get the ball. And again, going with the almost like surprise tactic on the press, and there's a little bit of a flashpoint here. Richard Odada wasn't happy with the challenge coming in from the Seychelles player. Just tried to step over the ball. No VAR in these games either. The referee will have to sort this one out by himself, maybe in consultation with the linesman on this near side. He should have had a decent view of what was going on there. A pair of yellow cards handed out. Yellow for Helton Monet. I believe one as well. It looked like, at least for Richard Odada, as the ball goes in behind, but too close to the goalkeeper. His throw is intercepted. Chested down on the edge of the area. Magada tees himself up, but leans back and lofts that one over the bar. Yeah, teammates up with him as well, the captain. I think a little bit of disappointment all round. Missed the opportunity for the pass as Mondi made the overlap on his left. First time pass there. Could have made all the difference as it was. Juggled the ball around and then a bit of a miscue, really. Got trying to make up for that mistake by trying to win the ball in the channel there. And the ball sort of given away. I don't think that's going to count as a back pass. As it did come from a Seychelles player, but not even the Kenyan players were claiming that one. As we have 8 minutes to go in the first half here in Abidjan, as Seychelles trail Kenya by 2. Michael Lagada goals to 0. Come forwards again here, Kenya. The free kick won by Amondi. And this could just about be in range, but instead he's put it through quickly for his captain. And a double save. Carlos Simeon. Not happy with his defenders. They were caught napping. Expecting the free kick not to be taken so quickly. Clearly onside there was Agada. First shot hitting the goalkeeper, rebounding off the keeper straight onto Agada, who couldn't do much about that. And in the end, so close to what would have been a very streaky way to complete a hat-trick. Carlos Simeon again earning his corn. Won't be fully match fit either. He is currently without a club. And Simeon. And Anthony Agai went down like he'd been felled like a tree. The ball, it seemed to hit his upper chest. The Seychelles player has stayed down though. I just wonder if some of these Seychelles players are going to really struggle, perhaps even more so in the second half. Of course, this time will be added on to the 45 at the end of this first period. It's a good tackle actually coming in from Wahive. Ball then cleared straight into the Kenyan opponent. Pretty calm in the stands. There is the Kenyan contingent. Well, they also beat the Seychelles at cricket just a couple of months ago, by the way. Oh, the flick on there going out of play. Seychelles just with a couple of moments where they've been able to bring the ball into the final third. Just fleeting moments though, the rest of the time they've been pressed back mostly. Kenya absolutely bossing possession here. And I think considering they were 2-0 up after 5 minutes, I think Engin Firat will not necessarily be particularly happy with the performance of his side. Certainly the 3 points were an absolute minimum. The ball nearly given away there. Dangerous pass across his own box. Kenya come again now. This down the left. There's loads of space here for Otieno. Good pull back onto the edge of the area. The shot comes in across goal and it's just wide of the upright. Ronnie Otieno. Like he wrong-footed the keeper there as well. Dragging it back across, otherwise he's the most confident keeper in the world that was definitely going wide.
Line! It goes! Good boy!
Well, a sloppy header there, and now, I'm going to say now an opportunity to play on the counter-attack, but Monet was never going to get that ball into the channel. And now he's got to run back and dig deep a little bit. You can already see him huffing and puffing, the number 5. Try and get back into some sort of defensive position. And Kenya with an overload down this left-hand side now. And Seychelles claim the throw, and they actually get it in the end as well. In fact, they don't. Ball picked up on the edge of the area and onto his left foot. Well defended. First clearance slightly muffed. The second one a real up and under. Oh, that's a lovely little touch over on that far side. Things opening up suddenly now for Kenya. Yeah, touch across the back, not the best, and that's a fantastic tackle by the way. from Helton Monet. He's been a busy man, hasn't he? The Seychelles right back. Well, the entire back four, or back five rather, have been. Looked like just for a moment that our guy was going to skip past into a dangerous position. You've got a man down over on that far side. Didn't see anything obvious, but I'm sure we'll get a replay in a moment. That looks awkward. Looked like, I think it was Makan Sissoko coming in and just his right foot giving way as he tried to change direction. Hopefully he'll be okay. Seychelles down to 10 men for the moment as the corner comes into the near post, strongly headed away, just out of the hands of Simeon. The danger not over yet, though. Kenya still in possession until the shot comes in and almost reaches the stands. Amos Obiero on this occasion.
Back foot. Trevor, line. It goes.
Again, Seychelles trying to play the way out from the back, though, but Monet just eased off the ball there. He certainly had the last touch. That was quite obvious from this camera angle, at least. Kenya spread the ball over to the right-hand side, and they really want to get their player back on the pitch now. Kenya still on the attack here. Ball going out wide to the left. Cut across. Goal has been missed completely by Adada. That's nicely picked up. Another shot comes in from distance, half blocked. A shot from Njiri. Sign comes up letting us know 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first half here in Abidjan. Is that 3 minutes of purgatory for the Seychelles, or can they maybe get a little something out of the game here right at the end of this first half? A little trip from behind on Ryan Henriette. A high line here from Kenya. The right delivery. Could be dangerous, but they decided to take it short instead, Seychelles. Perhaps not a bad option considering the height differential between the two sides. Helton Monet busy adjusting his boot there rather than being able to take the pass. This isn't a slick bit of interplay, but then strong defending allows the ball to run out for a goal kick. Just a little flurry of excitement for the Seychelles fans right at the end of this first half. Kenya now streaming forwards once more. Thinks about the shot, but deflected. Shot coming in from Juma Massoud. There will be time, definitely, to take this corner. Wheel the big units up to the back as well. And this is danger time for Seychelles. With the right delivery, Kenya would appear to have the raw materials to be a real nuisance in corners and free kicks. Just taking a few moments to organise this one. Whole knot of players hanging around near the back post. Ball comes in. Brave header from the edge of the 6-yard box. Ball retained now by Kenya. Crossfield ball looking for the runner, but Michael Agada, the captain, was trying to get back into an onside position when that ball came towards him. So a poor choice of out ball from Kenya. Simeon picks out the defender with the lofted throw. And then a bit of a disorganised ball up the line from the Seychelles. And it's already back underway, the game here, and that's 3-0 to Kenya, just on the stroke of half-time. And Juma Masud caught everyone unawares there to make it 3-0 to the Harambee Stars. The throw taken quickly while others were distracted by another ball back further up the pitch. Did well to ride the challenge, then a low finish through the goalkeeper into the corner. Juma also picks up his second goal with the qualification campaign. And that's it for the first half here then in Abidjan. Lightning start for the Kenyans here at the Mutembei Stadium in the Côte d'Ivoire. Captain Michael Agada with 2 fine strikes inside the first 5 minutes, then followed 40 minutes of frustration for the Harambee Stars. The Seychelles doing their best to hold out, a couple of decent saves as well from Carlos Simeon. But then, just as Seychelles thought they were going to safely get through to half-time without any more damage, they were taken surprise by a quick throw on the left-hand side of the Kenyan attack. Juma Masud striking low and hard into the corner, no chance for Carlos Simeon. And it's Kenya that leads Seychelles by 3-0 at half-time.
School fees ya mtoto imelipwa, lakini bado tunataka kuendelea throughout.
Lotomoto imekuja kwa maisha yetu when I needed it the most. That is all I can say for now. I'm so grateful. May God bless you.
Cheza Lotomoto. Shinda pesa moto moto.
In a world filled with uncertainty, there is one thing we can always count on: the power of compassion and generosity. Every day, families in Kenya face unimaginable challenges and hardships. They struggle to put food on the table, provide shelter for their loved ones, and access basic health care. But today, you have the power to make a difference. By just contributing 1 shilling and 50 cents from your airtime, your generosity can provide access to sanitary pads, nutritious food, clean water, education, and life-saving medical care to those who need it most.
A little bit too much, though, into the shot. So 28 minutes in, we're going to have a drinks break here. So it is hot. And the temperature's still, even at this time of the evening, up in the high 20s, nearly 30 degrees. Humidity as well, over 80%, so that's not going to be easy for the players. I think especially for the Seychelles players, who are certainly the home-based contingent wouldn't be used to those sort of conditions. I mean, used to heat, not really to humidity. Virat just exhausting a few extra efforts from his side. Certainly, I don't think they'd be happy with a 2-0 here, Kenya. Seychelles would, though. Especially with the difficulties they've had in putting a squad together and indeed a team together for these games. Can't help but feel a little bit sorry for them. It's hard enough as a so-called minnow. Less experience at this level is hard enough to compete even with your best players, but when you can't even get your best players from the clubs, then it really does become even more difficult. Bouncing ball. I'm about to say the bouncing ball missed by Shuma Masud, but the referee says there was a foul in there. Naive getting a light talking to. It's waiting for the delivery from Amondi. Eventually the ball comes into the far post and the flag goes up as the header lands on the roof of the net. Just moving a little bit early there was Njeri. Just looking at the matchups there as the ball came in, certainly feels like Kenya have the taller side to give them just that yet another advantage in this head-to-head. Well, that's well won. Really Sofa getting stuck in there, winning the ball, winning the free kick as well. And that Seychelles immediately try to come forward, but they have to come back to take the free kick from the correct place. Well, it doesn't quite come off for Monet. The right back making a run up the right. Pinged over the top this time, though, hooked successfully clear as Monet tries to take the ball. The referee nearly blowing his whistle for a free kick, plays advantage, then does actually go to the whistle as the pass went to a Kenyan player. High foot. Coming in here as Monet went within with his head. Mondi, the perpetrator on this occasion. Yet again, I've got to say, the pitch here looks absolutely fabulous. Top-notch facilities being put together for this upcoming Africa Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire. As the free kick comes into the box, the keeper comes a long way off his line and collects that comfortably. Very nice from Patrick Batassi. And now a bit more space for Kenya to play into. Agada sprinting down the right-hand side, beats the defender to the ball. Was that slightly heavy touch? He just about keeps the ball in, can't keep himself in play. Teammate comes in and rather miscues it out for a goal kick.
Hey, they're 6'5". Lucas. Hey, back foot.
Seychelles trying to keep some control when they do get the ball. And again, going with the almost like surprise tactic on the press, and there's a little bit of a flashpoint here. Richard Odada wasn't happy with the challenge coming in from the Seychelles player. Just tried to step over the ball. No VAR in these games either. The referee will have to sort this one out by himself, maybe in consultation with the linesman on this near side. We should have had a decent view of what was going on there. A pair of yellow cards handed out. Yellow for Helton Monet. I believe one as well. It looked like, at least for Richard Odada, as the ball goes in behind, but too close to the goalkeeper. And his throw is intercepted. Chested down on the edge of the area. Odada tees himself up, but leans back and lofts that one over the bar. Yeah, teammates up with him as well, the captain. I think a little bit of disappointment all round. Missed the opportunity for the pass as Lamondi made the overlap on his left. First time pass there. Could have made all the difference as it was. Juggled the ball around and then a bit of a miscue, really. Odada trying to make up for that mistake by trying to win the ball in the channel there. And the ball sort of given away. I don't think that's going to count as a back pass. As it did come from a Seychelles player, but not even the Kenyan players were claiming that one. As we have 8 minutes to go in the first half here in Abidjan, as Seychelles trail Kenya by 2. Michael Lagada goals to 0. Come forwards again here, Kenya. The free kick won by Amondi. And this could just about be in range, but instead he's put it through quickly for his captain. And a double save. Carlos Simeon. Not happy with his defenders. They were caught napping, expecting the free kick not to be taken so quickly. Clearly onside there was Agada. First shot hitting the goalkeeper, rebounding off the keeper straight onto Agada, who couldn't do much about that. And in the end, so close to what would have been a very streaky way to complete a hat-trick. Carlos Simeon again earning his corn. Won't be fully match fit either. He is currently without a club. And Simeon. And Anthony Agai went down like he'd been felled like a tree. The ball, it seemed to hit his upper chest. The Seychelles player has stayed down though. On match day of African qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And it's Kenya leading by 3 goals to 0 at half-time. A quick-fire double from captain Michael Agoda. The opening 5 minutes setting the Harambee Stars on their way, but they did have to wait then until the 3rd minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half to catch a third. Juma Marud reacting fastest to a quickly taken throw-in. We're going to have one change then for Kenya at the break. Eric Otieno being withdrawn and replaced by Omar Aboud. Omar Aboud was in fact dropped to the bench, with Otieno coming in his place, in fact, in this match. Now that's been reversed, and we're back underway then here in Abidjan. Kenya leading by 3-0 in their all-green strip, kicking from left to right for the second half. The Harambee Stars will definitely want to be boosting that goal difference. Certainly, I think you would expect the Seychelles not to have, or would hope at least the Seychelles not to have so many problems with selection issues for the next round of games coming up in June. This could be the opportunity to just boost up that goal difference and maybe get a little advantage over some of the other sides in the group. And the ball's been given away high up the pitch here. Seychelles coming forwards, but that's a very good tackle as Rio Damu tried to make room for the shot on the left-hand side of the area. Now Kenya go long, and that's a lovely raking ball looking for Michael Lagada. Michael Lagada through on goal here, and a last-ditch effort coming in from Lucas Penayi, denying the Kenyan captain a possible hat-trick there. Beautifully picked ball though from Dennis Njeri. Lagada coming through, and maybe if he'd shifted it onto his right foot he could have avoided that challenge sliding in. As it is, 6 green shirts to aim at in the centre here. Azera Kamondi prepares to take the corner, tries to clip it into the near post, only half cleared away. This will be coming back in with interest in a minute. There's a Seychelles player down on the edge of the 6-yard box. He's scraped himself off the floor now. The ball chipped over the top, but the offside flag had to go up there. So Juma Massoud was quite a way offside. Well, actually, maybe not as far offside as we first thought. Feels like sometimes with this willingness to play the ball short out of the back for the Seychelles, they seem to be painting themselves into a corner sometimes. I do wonder if they might be better off clearing the ball long, but then that would probably play into the hands of a Kenyan team that definitely have a height advantage over their Seychelles opponents. But that's a lovely little ball through there, and the keeper had to be quickly off his line. The Pirates occasionally sort of going slow, and then they'll suddenly pounce on the press. They have caught out their Kenyan opponents on a couple of occasions, but they don't necessarily lack the quality to get away with it. But now they've put themselves into trouble. Here's the shot comes in, and that's not gone far wide. The keeper absolutely stationary watching that shot from Juma Massoud fly past the upright. Well struck shot. Simeon didn't budge. Charishable, I think we'll say he adjudged that ball to be going wide. But then the ball now given away high up the pitch again. This time it's Sissoko hassled off the ball. Kenya continue to try and unpick this Seychelles defence, and just a poor touch there. Prevented a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Kenya keeping possession though. They can afford to be patient with the 3-goal lead too. Remember, there is quite a gap between these two sides in the world rankings. Kenya coming into this qualification phase ranked 110th in the world, and they're coming forwards here, and there's 3 men through But the whistle does go. Handball, I think, against Obiero. Certainly not offside, because the challenge came in here just a hint of hand, and Seychelles players claiming that. Just there's the hand. It's helping him control the ball. Ball goes long over the top. Oh, beautifully taken down by Juma Massoud, but then the flag goes up for offside again. And there is space to be exploited in behind this Seychelles defence. Tight call though, not a lot in it. Look at this touch here, that's absolutely superb. Bringing the ball down like that, such a difficult skill as the ball comes in over your shoulder. Now the Seychelles trying to open up the Kenyan back line. Henriette not quite with the required pace, and now Kenya will have more space to play into if they can get the ball forwards quickly in transition, but they've been a little bit too fancy in their own half here, and maybe their opportunity has indeed been frittered away. Again, we're just seeing glimpses of what the Seychelles might be able to do, perhaps especially if they had a full squad to choose from. As the offside flag goes up. This time against Henriette. Picked up the ball actually in quite a deep position, but when the ball was actually played forward, he was still standing way offside. Oh, that's a lovely ball from Agada, picking out the man over on the left-hand side. Agada continues his run into the area. Oh, and the header against the bar, the shot against the post. And another shot whistles across goal and out for a goal kick. Well, how are Kenya not 4-0 up here? It all started with a beautiful crossfield ball from Agada over onto the left-hand side. Ball then whipped into the near post. Diving header from where Hive. Get a better look at it here. There's a header against the crossbar. The first time finish from Agada against the post. And Amondi then screwing his effort wide, but Kenya now still on the attack, still looking for that fourth goal. Nice little 1-2 on the edge of the area, and they go again, and then another fine stop from Simeon. The ball not cleared yet, but the back heel then is hacked out of play. Well, Simeon, I think after his heroics against Côte d'Ivoire, maybe feeling the pace a little bit here. He's certainly looking a little bit fed up over there on the right-hand side of the picture. Another ball lofted in, half-headed away. Oh, played themselves into trouble again here, Seychelles. But that's a slightly heavy pass, and well, accumulation of errors there. We eventually get a goal kick for Seychelles. Snapshot from Juma Massoud. Nice play from Damu. But then the pass doesn't quite match up to the approach play. Kenya again with the ball at the back. 5-6 Seychelles players in the Kenyan half, though, trying to put some pressure on the ball at least, but it's not quite what you'd call a press in the classic sense of the word. This is promising now for Kenya. The captain trying to feed that ball across. Goal's been headed behind for a corner. More defending to be done by the Pirates. Well, this is nice from Agada. Sachets his way into the area, swings the ball across. It wasn't quite a cross, wasn't quite a shot. This is the build-up to the previous chance. Again, Agada just drifting into space on this near side. Couldn't clear the first man with the cross. And there's another go there. Tries to whip it in, just a little bit too much on it. Kenya pressing hard to push home their advantage here. Foul for the bump from behind coming in from Abud Omar, the substitute. Now with the Seychelles, looks like the hand signal is suggesting this is going to be going long. Maive. He's got what, 5, 6 players to aim at on the edge of the area. He's put a lot of air on that though. And that's quite easily taken by the goalkeeper. And there could be a big chance here on the counter-attack for Kenya. And it's the captain, Agada, in behind. Tries to pick out Juma Massoud, but well intercepted on the edge of the area. And Seychelles can breathe again, at least for the next 5 seconds. Oh, some skills on the sideline there. Give that man a shirt. Nice burst of pace from Otieno. Goes to the byline. The defender had no idea if he was coming or going there. That's what pace does to a defender. It's the one thing that's really very scary is Henriette appeals to the referee for a foul. It isn't going to come his way, but there's an intercept and another opportunity. Henriette starts his run, has to check it as no ball comes forward, but he has found some space on this near side, but the pass was a poor one from Bahari Ananya. Rotsfield ball well taken. Kenya can afford to be a little circumspect with the way they put these attacks together at the moment. There's another offside flag goes up against Juma Massoud, not the first time today. And it looks like we're going to have the first raft substitutions from the Seychelles. And Rio Damu, who's been understandably very quiet out there, is going to be replaced by Brandon Labros. Ross, one of the brightest sparks, I think, the Seychelles in the previous game. Helton Monet also, he's been run pretty ragged over there. And the captain too, Eli Sofa, also coming off. So Kenan Naris will drop to the bench for this one. Still showing the handiwork after he got involved in a nasty clash of heads in the first half of that game against Côte d'Ivoire. Majid Frimino also on the pitch for Seychelles, so 3 of their 5 substitutions used in one blow there. Another tight decision. Sees the flag go up. Taken long by Simeon, looking for Sissoko on this near side. He can't quite pick out Labros though, who is wonderfully easy to pick out with the colourful hair. Claims for a foul on the edge of the area, nothing given as the substitute Fremeno goes down just on the edge of the box, and now the long ball over the top. Kenya coming forward, oh lovely. Oh, but not so lovely in the end. Juma Masud with a really nice nutmeg there to get into a good position, but then the attempted cross-come shot not quite living up to the same standard. That was really nice. Left the defender for dead. Then rather scuffed his attempted shot. Kenya this time crowded out in midfield, and is eventually a free kick goes Seychelles' way. Ross just told to calm down a little bit after a bit of shoving to get hold of the ball as quickly as he can, and he's squaring up to his opponent here as well. A little flashpoint, the referee will blow his whistle, calm things down. Ross is certainly charged up in the couple of minutes since coming on. Bit of a tug from Richard Odada, who has to be careful. He's already on a yellow card, remember. And Kenya again winning the ball high up the pitch, and they've got plenty of men up here again. 5 players streaming into the area, and it's behind everyone, but now arriving on the ball to make it 4-0 is Ronnie Otieno. Just for a moment there, you thought the cutback had missed everybody, but then Otieno arrived at pace and smashed it low and across goal into the far corner. Kenya, and the first goal of the second half. 4-0 to the Harambee Stars. Great control on that shot. Just slight deflection, actually, took it away from Juma Masud. Otieno arrived and smashed it between goalkeeper and defender. You don't stop those. Otieno gets his first goal of World Cup qualifying for the 2026 World Cup. Now, we did see against Côte d'Ivoire that the Seychelles definitely tired in the latter part of the game. 2 of the 9 goals turning up in injury time, and a couple more of them rather later in the second half. So in that game, it was 4-0 at half-time, and they got to the hour mark with it still being 4-0, and then really rather fell apart in the last few minutes. Two goals in as many minutes, in fact, given away in second half stoppage time, so they'll be wary of that. Seychelles will want to show some sort of improvement as the shot comes in. It was on target as well. Nick Labiche. Drafted into the starting lineup to date, the number 19. He's thrown himself around in midfield as much as he can as the referee just brings the game to a halt for a moment. We just saw the aftermath of one of the Kenyans going down. What we didn't see was why he was on the floor, but certainly Engin Firat, the Kenyan coach, being very vocal from the edge of his technical area, and sometimes beyond it as well. That's an angry man right there. The ball given back to the Pirates then. We approach the 65th minute, 4-0 by Kenya, leading the Seychelles at the moment here in Abidjan. Kenya coming forwards again, but too much on the ball there that time for Juma. Oh, miscontrol. Makan Sissoko. We're going to have a couple of Kenyan substitutions now with Ayab Masika, Benson, Oluoch, both coming on. Eric Omondi has done his job for the day, the 29-year-old. Masika from Nanjing City coming on, the number 7. Just running up now to the midpoint of this second half. Kenya not really playing at full throttle, which is to be expected when you've got 2 games in such a short space of time. And again, that's Brandon Labros getting involved. A bit of after chat as well. He's definitely fired up. The red-haired number 7. Shepherded out a play for a Kenyan throw. It really is now about what sort of score Kenya can run up here. Confirmation as well that Juma Massoud will not have an opportunity to add to his 2 goals in this qualifying campaign. As he comes off for Benson Oluoch. Kenya continuing to be patient, by and large at least. Sometimes when they do get their passing right, Kenya look a very attractive side indeed. The ball comes in, stabbed away at the near post, at a dangerous pass back into the area, but they get away with it this time to the Seychelles. Flicked on by Henriette. A nice touch there, and the ball finally finding its way to Labros. Labros skips past one, stabs a pass out to this near side. Here's Labiche. Doesn't go for the shot, goes for the cross over to the right-hand side instead. The net ball now with Maurice. Eventually, the ball goes out of play. They will have a corner here for the Seychelles. Might be a little bit of concern here about the balls. You've seen a few of them becoming misshapen, or patches or panels rather starting to detach themselves from the stitching. Wehive wants to know who he can take it short to. Takes it short to Henriette. He puts his cross into the near post. Cleared out for a throw though. Flag goes up again. It's time for a foul, and there will be a good opportunity here. And they didn't take the opportunity to swing the ball into the box from the corner. They might do, though, from this free kick. It's a nice angle to be a dangerous delivery into the area. Referee just measuring out his 10 yards. Going to be the... Looked like he was mouthing the word "for," strong. So maybe this is going to the back post. It's going to be fired in really hard across goal. Just the 5 men to aim at. Looks like Nerys is marking the goalkeeper just to be a bit of a nuisance there. There's a man unmarked by the D, by the way, or almost unmarked as a Kenyan player walks into view. Ball whipped in at the near post and headed behind for a corner. It certainly was 4. From where he knew exactly what he wanted to do there, did the number 2. Decent strike as well. 20 minutes to go here. Seychelles enjoying a rare spell of possession in the final third, but now they're going to be very vulnerable on the counter-attack as Kenya comes streaming forwards. He's a substitute, Oluok, who just can't quite get away from the attentions of Marcus Payet. Kenya will have another corner. I think that counter-attack from corner to corner is probably about, what, 5-10 seconds? Kenya playing with pace on the counter-attack, something we might see against better sides than the Seychelles. If they can keep getting their transitions right, the Harambee Stars, they can definitely be a danger to the other sides in this group. We saw that against Gabon, where they couldn't quite hold on to a strong first half performance. They do in the second half here is a good delivery to the back post, and really that header from Michael Agada should have been on target. It was unmarked there, right on the edge of the 6-yard box. No one near him. Ken and Nerys seemed to completely misjudge the flight of the ball. Ball forward. Again, Kenya winning the ball high up the pitch, and now they can come forwards. Tieno loses his way a little bit. And not for the first time. Seychelles playing themselves into trouble here, and this could be 5-0, and it is. Flag does not go up. The ball given away on the edge of their own area by the Pirates. And Kenya taking full advantage. Moving into a 5-0 lead now as we enter the last 20 minutes of this World Cup qualifying Group F fixture here in Abidjan. Wasn't the best of passes back to the goalkeeper in the first place, to be honest. The keeper then giving the ball away under pressure. Notieno setting up the substitute Benson Oluok to make it 5-0. Well, turning into a bit of a cakewalk this for the Harambee Stars. You look at the previous encounters between these two sides, and there is one draw for the Seychelles, and the other wins maybe 3, maybe 4-0, but this is not a full-strength Seychelles lineup as they try and maybe do something on the edge of the area here as Brandon Labrosse stretches every sinew to try and get on the end of that one. And certainly he's charged up, has been since he arrived as a substitute. He's been throwing himself around, the number 7. And to be fair, he was a little bit late in on the goalkeeper on that occasion. And there's still A load of afters going on here with Ryan Henriette, who I think you might be asking him if he wants to meet up after the game there. Bros. Engin Firat as well. Not for the first time today. Not exactly exuding calm on the from his technical area as the players all stop for a drinks break here in the heat and humidity of Abidjan. The Kenyan fans with every reason to be dancing here. 5 goals to the good against the Seychelles. They'll want more in the last 15 minutes as well. And I think their coach will expect more too. It was just 2-0 going into first half stoppage time. Confirmation that it looked like Brandon Labrosse had finally been shown a yellow card. I say he has been a little over the top since coming on. Maybe too much coffee. He has been yellow carded. He was definitely having a running argument as well. With Amos Obiero. A conversation that carried on for quite some time as well. Labrosse certainly wasn't about to let it go. I think the yellow card coming to Labrosse though for the just coming in a little bit late on the goalkeeper. So 13 minutes plus stoppages to go here at the end. Well, this match day 2 encounter in African qualifying Group F for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Kenya are going to get their first 3 points on the board in emphatic fashion as well. A long ball over the top, surely the flag's going to go up there. Yes, it is. I think Nagada just strayed off before the ball was played. A strange performance actually from the Kenyan captain. 2 goals in the opening 5 minutes, goals that he took really very well. And since then he's been a little bit wasteful, a few poor decisions made as well in the final third in and around the area. A little bit wasteful. Certainly Kenya could be more than 5 up here. And of course there's been a few good saves as well from Carlos Simeon. And the ball forward for Seychelles comes to nothing, and all of a sudden it opens up on that far side for Kenya again, and they've got 5 men up in this attack. The Harambee Stars goes past one, goes past another. Lovely play this. The cut back doesn't quite go to plan. It still hasn't been cleared by the Seychelles defenders. Now someone puts their foot through it. Well, that was nearly 6. Lovely play over on that left-hand side. Really cut open the Seychelles back line. Nearly everyone behind the ball again for the Pirates. Henriette spent most of the day as their furthest man forward, but normally in his own half while doing that. As the ball is stabbed across, Simeon comes for it, doesn't quite get it, but he does get the free kick from the referee. Proof again that goalkeepers are an endangered species. Simeon rather, must be said, actually bouncing off of Oluok as he came out for that. Came a long way off his line too. Well, it was a nice touch from Sissoko, and he does win a free kick as well, as there was a bit of a lunging challenge coming in from Ronnie Otieno. Scorer of the 4th Kenyan goal back in the 62nd minute. The free kick taken short, but possession given away. Oh, and that was a very important interception with the captain looming there in the centre, ready to burst through on goal. High press again here from the Seychelles, and they've just been played around here. Now can Kenya get the ball forward a little bit quicker before the Seychelles can get back into their defensive shape? They could be a little bit exposed here, but they've just slowed it down. Understandable perhaps with a 5-goal lead heading into the final 10 minutes of the match. And now there's space opening up for Otieno. Puts the ball across goal, but can't quite wrap his foot around it. Drifts out for a goal kick. Pretty tight on the offside decision as well, as that ball was played through. Oh, all aboard the showboat in the Seychelles at the moment. That's nice play from Labros, but the ball forward not the best. I think he was hoping that Henriette would be able to continue his run, but he had to check that to keep himself onside. But he nearly picked up the ball in midfield as well. Two players nearly did, but neither of them quite managed it, and nearly then Kenya breaking through on the counter-attack. Seychelles back in possession for the moment, the ball going all the way back to Simeon. Simeon then rather scrags the ball out of play. Kenya building patiently, just waiting for the gaps to open up in the defence, and that was the moment there, just trying to thread that ball through. A lovely continuation of the run there from Obiero across, more of a cutback, and didn't quite go to its intended target, but then Otieno wins the ball back again, and Kenya still on the attack here. The ball whipped across, goal, and that is the simplest of finishes. Or at least it would have been, but the offside flag has gone up. Have a closer look here. And the officials from Guinea getting that one absolutely spot on once more. They've had a good game, actually, the refereeing team from Guinea, led by Yunusa Kamara. Not always easy to referee a game like this when it is quite one-sided. Apart from maybe one or two misjudged, shall we say, challenges from the Seychelles, they haven't really become hugely frustrated or become a danger to their opponents or anything like that. It's been relatively easy as the ball goes over the top, but Sissoko offside. 6 minutes to go here for Kenya. They'd like to make it 6, I'm sure. Still plenty of players coming forwards for the Harambee Stars, but rather run into heavy traffic on that occasion. The problem is, as you can see now, because everyone was in the last third of the pitch, Labros wanted the ball to feet. Ball went to Henriette instead, but he does win a free kick in the centre circle. Looks like they're giving the ball away as well, with a poorly taken quickly free kick as the game continues, and that was very nearly 6-0. The ball given away again, the mistakes starting to flow, as it did at the end of the game against Côte d'Ivoire 3 days ago. And Labrosse eventually wins himself a free kick as well. One of their better players actually against Côte d'Ivoire, put himself around a bit. We're going to have another last 2 changes then from the Seychelles. There's Stéphane Ladouce and Frédéric Renaud come on. Ryan Henriette has run himself into the ground up top. He's one to make way. Getting a little bit scrappy now for the Seychelles. Makan Sissoko, the other man to make way in that flurry of substitutions for the Pirates, and it's Labrosse now coming forward. There's an opportunity opening up here. Labrosse had the opportunity to slide the ball in, continues instead, tries to have the shot, and he's going to be so far offside there. And still the shot is saved. And the free kick quickly taken by Kenya. And a couple of Seychelles players still on their knees in the Kenyan penalty area. And the free kick goes against Imre Raherinyana, who are, by the way, 19 years old today. Perhaps not the most pleasant way to celebrate your birthday. Again, trying to slide the ball through that Seychelles back 5. Doesn't quite come off. As Renaud tries to put some pressure on the goalkeeper. He's the only man, though, in front of the ball at the moment, and he's swiftly changing that. Labrosse tries to put some pressure on the Kenyan defence, but that's to no avail, and now it's all opening up again for Kenya. They've got a 4-on-3 here. All going past one, gets the ball, cuts it back, almost passes it to a Seychelles player. Now the shot comes in, and that's really well saved by Simeon. Well, Simeon was originally sold the dummy, had to scurry across goal to get back into position, did superbly well. Did the Seychelles goalkeeper. He has been one of the bright sparks for this side. A couple of changes coming up with Johnson Otieno coming off for Nabila Kibangushi. Ronnie Otieno also making way with Timothy Nor-Uma taking his place. Uma just 19 years of age, one of those players that there's a lot of hope for in the future. The Kenyans, as the cross comes in, and that's probably the first vital interception that Patrick Matasi has had to make in the entire game. 1.5 minutes to go now. Seychelles just burning that last bit of energy. Can they maybe somehow try and get the goal that the coach wanted, as Labrosse takes advantage of a defensive lapse here? Still Labrosse now tries to make room for the shot. One defender lunges in. Labrosse still goes across goal. Finally plays the pass, and maybe that's why he didn't bother playing the pass a bit earlier. That was a poor shot there from Gervais Wehive. Still pressing high up the pitch, even in the 90th minute, are the Pirates. But then they get played in behind, and here's the captain gunning for his hat-trick, and the keeper makes a fantastic save from outside of his area with his legs. And then as the rebounded shot came back in, he snatched that one out of the air as well. Remarkable stuff from Carlos Simeon. So despite shipping 14 goals in 2 matches, he's actually had a pretty good couple of games. Yes, he's made one or two small mistakes, but he's been more than made up for that with some of the saves he's made. Not quite so spectacular tonight as he was a few days ago against Côte d'Ivoire. We have 4 minutes of added time at the end of this second half. Kenya will press forward. They want a 6th goal. Seychelles just want to get on the board. And it's a good interception in the centre circle, but then the ball over the top for the Bros way too hard. And it looks like the Bros might have done something to himself here as the ball goes over the top to be flagged for offside. The Bros, his body language not great, but he's moving now. The Seychelles are moving now, but so too is the offside flag. Renault hangs his head. Just moved a little bit too early. Well, the Bros looks like he's pretty much ground to a halt there. And then he starts to move. He made a peculiar signal to the bench, looking like he was saying it was all over. And then he starts running again. So not quite sure where he was going with that. Well, they won the ball high up the pitch again here, Seychelles. High foot maybe coming in from Lebiche. And now there's 2 men over on that far side for Kenya, and an opportunity knocks here to bag a 6th before the final whistle. A cut inside, well blocked on the edge of the 6-yard box this time. Weive, the right back. The ball then put across goal. Now comes the shot, and it's not far wide, I don't think. Anthony Agai on the volley. Carla Simeon shrugs his shoulders, looking for any sort of options up top. Bros manages to get a flick on, but there's no one running in behind the number 7. Another measured ball forward. Nice turn as well from Agai. And plays the simple but safe pass. 3 men in a line on the edge of the Seychelles box as we enter the last minute or so of the game here in Abidjan. Feels like Kenya, just for these last few seconds, quite happy just to see out the clock, but then all of a sudden, ball goes down into one of the channels, and there's going to be a last opportunity from a corner here for the Harambee Stars before the final whistle. And they've taken it short as well. The Seychelles players not really set for it, but the cross not the best into the near post. Hacked away by Panayi. It looks like Kenya are going to be kept to 5, and indeed they are here. The game finally over at the Felix Houphouët-Boigny Stadium in Abidjan. And the Seychelles played 2, lost 2 now without scoring a goal. Kenya with a 5-star performance here in the Côte d'Ivoire to come back from their 2-1 loss to Gabon on the first match day just 4 days ago. Michael Agada with a quick-fire double in the opening 5 minutes, getting the Harambee Stars on their way. Juma Marud then also on the score sheet in first half stoppage time. It took Kenya a little while to get into their rhythm in the second half, but finally Ronnie Otieno made it 4 just after the hour mark. Then Benson Oliuch came off the bench to make it 5 with a quarter hour left to play. It could have been worse as well, but more heroics from the Seychelles goalkeeper. Carlos Simeon kept the score to some sort of respectability. But in the end, it's Kenya who've won out here against the Seychelles by 5 goals to 0.